All right, so you're pretty strong. Your pull is moving you through the water well. Things I can see that are going to be helpful. Keeping your head lower will always make it easier, because right now what happens is your head is up some, and then I'm going to talk into the camera. So your head is up some, which causes your lower body to sink a little bit, which then makes the streamline of swimming a little more difficult, as well as sort of like an up and down motion with the lower body. Part two regarding head or breathing is that you appear to be holding your breath as your face is turned, and then right before you turn to breathe, you exhale. So you get like a quick exhale, inhale, which makes the basically start to run out of oxygen. So those are going to be number 1 and 2 as far as things to work on. Head down and a rhythmic breathing. The rhythmic breathing all starts with a conscious, forceful exhalation as soon as your face turns back into the water. The head down, some of it's just getting comfortable with it, but you want to look like directly at the bottom, and then when you turn to breathe, you do the best you can to not also lift. And we'll work on that. You can walk through if you need to. Yeah, no problem. So your stroke mechanics are in pretty good shape. It's just the up and down motion that you're getting from lifting your head or keeping your head high while you're swimming. The point you're reaching to, your forward extension is good. So your hands are reaching in front of your corresponding shoulder. You're not crossing over, you're not pulling super wide or anything like that. So we talked about, breathing and slowing down the turnover rate. Like I said in our session, your actual stroke mechanics for the pull are pretty good. It's mostly a straight arm style of swimming. So we worked on a little bit of the one arm drill to improve the high elbow catch position. The other one you can work on is catch-up drill. What you can see here, this was at the beginning of our lesson, right? So your hips are a little low, and you tend to look forward, which will put an arch in your back, and drive your legs low. So looking straight down is going to be super helpful for body position. And then reducing how much of your head comes out when you turn to breathe is also going to be very helpful as far as energy management goes. Your turnover rate, your tempo, is a little high. So if you're able to work on slowing that down, where you just extend and glide a little bit, that's going to make swimming easier. With the actual mechanics, again, pretty good shape. Work on the high elbow. That one arm, I think your right arm, comes a little more under your body than it should. So, and you can see that here, right? So you want to make sure that doesn't cross the center line. All right, so this is working on looking straight down, as well as not lifting your head an excessive amount when you turn to breathe. So, much better. It's going to be a tough thing to change the direction you're looking. All right, this is working on looking straight down and lifting as little as possible. Much better. Alright, so having you do a little catch-up drill using the board. The board makes it harder. Trying to focus on looking straight down and I can see you're still holding your breath. You're doing good with the actual catch-up portion of it. So you're doing good with the catch. So attempting some catch-up style or just a slower turnover so you can get a deeper breath. This looks pretty good. Alright, so this one, the goal was to get you to exhale while your face is in the water. Okay, so I can see that big pop of bubbles right around your neck and head, so that means you're doing it. And this is the key to not feeling too gassed, in my opinion. Right, so this one, talked about rolling into it a bit more. That looks good to me. You're doing a good job. Your head is not coming out. Alright, so here, talked about slowing down the turnover a bit. And part 2 is exhaling as well as you can when your face is in the water. So the long reach is always going to be a good thing. Everybody's turnover rate is slightly different. You're doing good. You're doing good here. Your head is mostly on the lower side. Sometimes I can see that you're having to rush that breath. All right. So using a pull buoy just to let you really focus on the arms. Talked about slowing down the turnover, really focusing on the exhale. Whew. So we talked about rolling a little extra or pausing the arm recovery on your left arm so that you can both clear the water and get a decent breath. Alright, so doing some one arm drill so you can sort of isolate each component of this. So keeping the head down, rolling to breathe, and exhaling when your face is in the water. So this is called like an isolation drill. See, your head starts to come up just towards the end here. So this is actively reaching deeper on the extension. It's a total immersion thought, where if you're reaching lower, then it's going to do a good job of keeping your head down and your legs up higher.